What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha. And we're going to listen to a tune that a number of you requested. I'm heeding the wisdom of the Aha folks. And indeed, before we go on to Cast and Steel, or indeed before we listen to any more of the live material, we're going to listen to a single a number of you commented is definitely worth a look, and that's Butterfly Butterfly. We're going to listen to the single edit here. I do also have access to the Steve Osborne remix. So yeah, ultimately, shout out to all the people sharing Aha with me. In this case, Graham had sent this, and I remembered in my head that that was part of what he had made available of Aha. So shout out to Graham, shout out to, again, all the champions of the channel. So yeah, the phrase butterfly, butterfly, the repetition is intriguing to me because it seems like it could be a poetic type of address, the way like in a sonnet or something you might see someone say a person's name twice in repetition to sort of drive home the idea that they're sort of passionate, they're sort of, constantly thinking of this other person. So it feels like it could have that kind of literary quality to it, indicating passion, emotion, etc. But ultimately, a butterfly is a sort of very beautiful but delicate thing, right? It's sort of like light and sort of it floats wherever it wants. It's capricious, but at the same time, it is very delicate in that beauty. So there's ultimately a beauty to the fragility as well. So yeah, without any further context, it makes me think of something that is both compelling visually and sort of in terms of its motion, but which is also fragile and perhaps, at danger or in danger due to external factors. So yeah, not quite sure if that'll be manifested in the sonics, even if that sort of general idea of the metaphor of a butterfly is relevant, but I guess we'll find out. This is a single by Aha called Butterfly Butterfly, and indeed this is referred to as the single edit. Oh. That bass line at the beginning, wow.
Butterfly, butterfly, flying into the wind. You can be sure of it, that's no place to begin. Overthinking every little thing. But now can't unring tomorrow. You don't have to say what you're thinking. You don't have to mean what you say. Flutter into the skies. Butterfly, butterfly, thermolecular cries. Christmas dreams, wings, and all the faith in star. These stained glass wheels could only take you so stay
the tune faded there. Don't get me wrong, I would have taken a couple more minutes. But yeah, sometimes when I think of something a couple minutes before the tune ends, and then it gets to the end and I don't remember it, and then the video ends, like, oh man, I forgot to mention that thing. But I was thinking there, I've recently been having conversations with a few people in the AHA comments, and I was saying, like, for me, the synth bass of their tunes is one of the things that initially made me like fall in love with their sound. And then again, going through Foot of the Mountain, there were some tracks, you know, the bandstand being a great example right off the bat, but where the synth bass like really sort of captured my attention again. It's like, man, it's not, you know, identical to maybe some of the tunes on their early stuff, but ultimately it's part of what I think makes them so great. And in the moment, I'm forgetting who it was, but they commented that, you know, it's sort of like the base for them. It's like the real sort of the ground floor, and that ultimately made me think that, or made someone else comment that, you know, I've always thought of Morton as sort of singing in the sort of like high places that he can go to as the quintessential aspect of their sound. But yeah, it's like the more I hear their tunes, it's, you know, it's everything, right? It's like Paul on guitar, it is the high stuff that Morton can do, also, you know, sometimes going a bit deeper, a bit more raspy on occasion, but also it's the synth bass below, and it's sort of the foundation, it's the sort of, you know, the cornerstone beneath everything. So again, shout out to all three guys and all that they bring. And yeah, again, it's another tune where I was feeling all of that. There was a moment where I was going to comment on the guitar. Again, it was like really sort of blowing me away, so I was like, okay, I'll hold off and I'll wait. But yeah, there are a couple moments where the guitar really stood out, and just that opening, the synth bass, it was like, oh my god, here we go again. Another fantastic one. And then it quickly became like more melodic and sort of more kind of epic and grand. But I like the sort of grittiness that it started with. So yeah, just a top tune. I absolutely get why people wanted to talk about that one. Ultimately, what I did pick up from the lyrics, it sounds like it's saying like, feel free to be capricious, like Butterfly. Like the idea that like you don't have to, you know, say how you're feeling, you don't have to do this tomorrow, or like it just felt like it was a constant reminder to the other entity being referenced, which again maybe is metaphorically being referred to as a butterfly, that they're free to sort of fly in the way that they want. Now again, flying against the wind might not be a good way to start out, so it felt like there was, you know, a couple different layers to this, so we'll have to listen to it some more. But yeah, what I did pick up did seem like it was a butterfly metaphor, but perhaps more specifically in terms of, you know, flying as you will and sort of, you know, allowing your caprice to take you where it might, but also being aware potentially the dangers in the external world that is out there for a fragile and delicate thing. So in any case, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the sonics or the lyrics. I'm going to react to, as I said, I think it's Steve Osborne remix, so that one is ready to go. Let me know what you think about this version. I will see you next time. Peace.